Good morning Year 11, it's Mrs. Reed here, and this is just a short video to remind you of the number of things that we have in place to support with your revision in English. So as you know, you have your mock exams fast approaching now. We have 2 exams coming at the end of November. The first is Language Paper 1, and that's a full paper, so it lasts for 1 hour and 45 minutes. I know that you have been really well prepared for this paper. It's what you have been studying and practicing in your English lessons over the last 6 weeks. We also have a Literature Paper 2 mock exam. So we have shortened this one to Blood Brothers only, which means you'll sit one question and write an essay response. And the length of that exam is 50 minutes. But your revision just isn't about these mock exams. It's about what you can be doing little and often throughout the whole of the year, but will have an impact on your results when it comes to those GCSE exams. So there are loads of things already available in the English department. And there are everything from after college revision sessions to the weekly homeworks that we set, revision sheets and things shared with your tutors that you could be using in the mornings. And for every text that we study, we have knowledge organisers. We have quizzes available so you can do that kind of rapid retrieval and testing. If you speak to your teachers, we have practice papers, things that you could take away and work on independently too. You have been doing lots of practice papers in your classes. And I know many of you use flashcards, so we have some little plastic wallets, more flashcards available for you to use in English, where we practice those question and answer approaches. We know that testing in that way, where you ask a question, answer, and then check what you have written on the back of the flashcard, is one of the better and more effective forms of revision. So let's just talk for a moment about homework. So this is a new system that we have introduced this year. We're using Educake, so a form of online assessment. I've set for my classes 2 quizzes a week, and that is one which is focused on Language Paper 1, so reading an extract, answering questions that test your understanding of what you have read, and have questions linked to the Language Paper 1 exam, as well as a quiz which tests knowledge of literature too. So you might get one on Lang Paper 1, one on Blood Brothers each week. Now, this is really useful in allowing you to have those opportunities for retrieval practice. And you can see the example here shows you a quotation from Macbeth, where you are asked to complete the quotation. So it's testing your knowledge, what you know, but you're also going to get on this platform really quick feedback. It will tell you straight away whether the answer is right or wrong. And if it is incorrect, then it's going to give you an explanation to show you why. Why is that line important? What does it help us to understand? So it's not just about the testing effect, but also the immediate feedback that you get on it. And I would then use these also in my classes each week, picking up on what our areas of strength were, areas of weakness, and then using some short activities that help to move your learning forward. So making sure you are up to date with that homework and completing it regularly is an important part of revision. Okay, after college we're also running some revision sessions. So on a Monday in room 2, that will be focused on English literature, currently Blood Brothers. And on Wednesdays in room 9, we have sessions that look at the English language questions. Now these are designed to be walk-through sessions, okay, so there will be a member of staff there who is using the visualizer and guiding you through approaches to those exams and exam questions. They also allow you an opportunity to go and ask questions. So for example, in the literature session, it might be that you are your teacher is guiding you through an exam paper and approaches to planning and writing an extended essay response. But in that session, she perhaps has identified that we were a bit out of, not so up to date with plot, character, theme. There's bits we've forgotten. So they allow us an opportunity to start to kind of fill those gaps. You can ask questions in a small group setting and get really clear guidance again on how to prep for the exam. And the same on the Wednesday sessions for English language. They're going to be looking at, say, question 2, working through how you target that question, question 3, and then looking most importantly then at those higher tariff questions, the importance of question 4 and how we evaluate and get the most marks out of that, how we might plan and write a story which enables us to access those kind of top end bands. So those are really useful sessions, and they are not just about being on the run up to this mock season. So we know for language, quite often students think that, I don't know what to revise for. And there is that little bit of a misconception sometimes that you can't revise for English. You absolutely can. And certainly for the language papers, one thing we want you to be really familiar with is the types of questions that are asked, in what order, and also the timings of those questions. So these graphic organisers show you here, like question 1, 4 marks, 4 minutes, okay, and they give you a bit of guidance as to what you're expected to focus on and how long you should spend on each question. So I will share these with you on Satchel 1. I know in my class we kind of use them and refer to them quite heavily. And if you're attending any of those revision sessions, that's one thing that those teachers are going to focus on. How do you get the most out of the time that you have in the exam? So another way to begin practicing those timings is by using practice papers. Now, I'm going to share with you on Show My Homework, or Satchel 1, a set of these micro mocks. So they are a paper 1 exam, but condensed onto 1 page. So they're a shortened extract, 5 questions, so that build up, as we know, for that exam, all the way up to our creative writing response at the end. And they allow you then to do some independent and timed practice. So there's 3 of those in total that are really useful. And if you would like a practice paper that's perhaps a past exam, all you need to do is go and speak to your English teacher. So in that pack that I have shared, there's also some mark schemes, simplified ones, just so you can see roughly how those marks are going to be awarded. And again, if you've written responses, you can come and see a member of staff in English. We can give you some feedback on them and show you what you could expect to get if you were to write that response in an exam. Okay, so there are loads of resources available. So I've mentioned previously that regular revision in Tutor, these mock papers that are on Satchel 1, and that ongoing homework. So make sure that we're doing a little bit each week, each day if you can, and speak to your teachers if you have questions and concerns. We are absolutely here to help Year 11, and we know you can do this. Have a good day.